Hi guys, welcome. Just want to say I had gameplay, 3 clips recorded for this video, and none of them worked. And I tried some zombies, so I've got some video clips for that. Didn't work either because zombies was being a pain to me. It's like, oh my god, you can't access this for somehow. And all my clips were like 59 seconds when I went to like round 30 on each game. Okay, that's logic. But apparently, yeah, I did record this video. My throat is very sore, so I can't yell. But welcome to a ranting video. Yes, I have no gameplay, but enjoy my characters, especially looking at the window because the haters are coming for him. Yep, he's a surgeon, and like all his employees are like, "Oh my God, you're so good! I'm coming for you." And he's like, "No, I'm hiding up here." So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna just kindly blast this because my throat is depleting. My throat's very sore. Just that's the main point. So number one, I hate is uniform. Now uniform, I see a lot of Americans. They tweet out or it's like, especially on Twitter mostly. I see like pictures of like, should I wear this blue skirt and this red top, or should I wear this green skirt or blue jeans or whatever, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so jealous. I wish I could wear my own clothes. But I mean, uniform does represent what skill you are, and it shows power and strength. That's what my head teacher says. I'm just gonna go with that. And yeah, I do feel a lot warmer in my own clothes, like in my school clothes, than I do with my normal clothes, because I wear a blazer and I wear a shirt and I wear these comfy jeans and I wear really good socks. My shoes are very comfy too. I enjoy it a lot, so I don't mind. It's just a lot, just the reason why people hate it. Can people stop messaging me and sending me notifications? People remind. Another thing I hate is classes and teachers. Teachers, they can be nice or mean. Now, my French teacher, I'm pretty sure thinks I'm dumb, because for some reason, I don't know why he thinks that, but I got that feeling that he thinks, because he's so sarcastic when I answer everything. He's like, well done. He's never like that to anyone else. Apart when I only answer, he's like that, and I'm like, I'm good at French, okay? I know how to say things, okay? Like, why be so mean to me, okay? Classes, this will lead on to another point, but, like, a point, like, the fifth point. But a class that I don't like is tech. That's not gonna help me in life. That's all I'm gonna say, because I'll cover more of it in like the next point or two. So the next one I have leads on to this, which is homework diaries. Now, homework diaries, if you don't know what they are, it's like a little diary. It's got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday on it, and it has all the days of the week, and it's like, oh, then you write down all your homework on it. I don't like I'd say between, because our school started in what, like 1926, I don't know, but I don't know how long they've been going on for. I'll just say 1970s onwards. So from 1970 to that's not actually when they started. I don't know. That's just a rough estimate. To let's say 2009ish, they should have stopped doing homework diaries. Because we're living in a generation where phones, because it's not that people are going to sit when they do their homework, when it's like, oh, I finished my homework, let me scroll through my phone, let me scroll through social media. People aren't going to be spending their night saying, oh my god, I need to look at my homework diary tonight and scroll through it. Nobody's going to do that now. Stop tweeting me. I'm sorry, I appreciate all your tweets, but I mean, just when I'm recording, it's annoying. Forget to put my phone in silent, I'll do it right now, actually. So, where was I? Where was I? I get off topic a lot, I know. Oh no, where was I? Oh, schnitzel. Oh, oh yeah. We're in an age where phones are a big part of life, and no one's gonna sit and look at their homework diary and be like, oh, I got that homework due, and tick it off. You're obviously gonna have, if you have an iPhone or any phone, a phone comes with notes, or at least some way of storing things. People are going to use that and check that more than they are going to check a homework diary. And if the ladies come round and everyone takes out their homework diaries and they're empty and they ask why, I'll just open up my notes app and I'll just scroll through all my homework notes that I have here, completed and non-completed, and say, I use this because I don't live in 1980, okay? Oops, didn't mean to do that. Wait, hold on. Another thing, sorry, I accidentally clicked on my notes, is useless classes. Like, parts of classes, yeah, they're useful, but I mean, the parts like, there's a part in tech where you just play with Legos, like where you learn about Lego education and how it was like made, and you get to use it to build stuff. That was a cool thing. Everyone else got to do that in like the first year, because you do that in your first year of high school, and then we never done that because our teacher said we could do that last. Then, oh no, she got pregnant, and then she left, and then we got a new teacher, and then it's like, uh-oh. Then we came back and we got a new teacher, and then we never done it. So everyone was like so cool. They made such cool things, and it was like, we done nothing of that, and it was annoying. Another thing is like maths. It's like, hey, so you know what? Let's write an equation down right now. Let me get a piece of paper. Luckily, I have one right next to me. So let's do pen, pencil. I've got my pencil case right here. You know, some things come in handy so well, you don't even realize. So let's take out my pink pen marker. So let's write bracket x minus 4 bracket 2x squared minus 4 minus 15 bracket. That's called a rainbow calculation. I only know this because I listen, but it's like, hey, wait, you know what? So it's like, that's 2x, well, I'll do this right now, I'll do maths for you right now. That's 2x cubed, that's 4x, and that's minus 15x. Bracket, also, then that would be, 4, 8, that'd be 8x squared plus 4 and 4 is 16 plus 15 13 times 4. Oh god. I totally know this. I'm gonna ask Siri. What's 15 times 4?
60.
Knew that. Didn't even ask Siri. You guys saw nothing. Bracket. Then if you do your freaking like terms, which is like, oh, 2x cubed, then it's plus 8x squared plus 15, that's 19x, and then it's plus 76. That's me done it for you, basically. You know what? How's that whole thing that I just done gonna help me in life, you know? How's that equation, I'm not gonna walk into a mathematical job and then I'm not gonna walk into, like, what? Say if I get a job in, like, being an English teacher, for example, or something like that. They're not gonna ask me, hey, can you figure out what x minus 4 bracket 2x squared minus 4 minus 15 bracket is? Do you know that? That's not going to help me in life. Oh, also another one. Let's draw a triangle, shall we? Let's draw an isosceles triangle. Let's draw, no, a right angle triangle. Let's call the right angle X. We'll call that corner Y, and we'll call this one Z. Find X. How on earth is X? No, that's not how you do it, actually. Oops, you draw a triangle, right angle triangle. You name one of the angles X. Right angle, we'll say, is Y, and then the top will be Z. And then it's like, find X. How the hell are you gonna find X when you haven't been given anything? Oh look, you need to learn what Z angles and F angles are, because these will help you in the future. Finding X from a freaking right angle triangle ain't gonna help me in life. That's not helping me. That won't help me in the future if I become something like that. It's like, hey, find X. Does finding X in life gonna help you? You walk into the supermarket and the lady says, can you find X for me? I don't think that's gonna happen. It's useless information that they're putting in your head that you need to learn, apparently, because if you want to be a math teacher or have a math job, you need to learn this. But that's not me. If I could drop math, I would in a heartbeat. Pretty sure anyone would. Math is boring. The only thing I like about math is fractions and percentages, because that's the only part I get. It's like 5% of this. Oh, I can easily do that. Oh no. The next thing I have is meanness. So when I was getting to choose my subjects, because at the end of your second year in high school, you get to choose subjects. Now, I do apologise for this, because it might get a bit loud here, because my dad and my family are watching the football. I'm not interested in that stuff. If you don't know, I'm not a sports person, so I'm not watching it, so it may be a bit loud. I'm sorry. But, if you do hear any noise, then that is them screaming. I'm sorry, there's nothing I could do about it. I had to record this video today, and then I woke up, and then I was like, oh god, the football's on, I have to do this ASAP. And I had to go out with my dad, and I was like, oh great, football, I'm gonna have to record this before football. And I did, but now it's the game's actually on, but it didn't record, so I have to record now, so that's life. So I had to choose between drama and personal development. Now I'm going to run you in here. So personal development is a subject where you make things, you build on skills, and you host events, and you work together as a team to do stuff. And apparently it's a lot of fun. That's what my guidance counselor. I'm going to say guidance counselor, but it's called pastoral care. So some people might understand me more, because I don't want to go through the whole term of pastoral care. So I'll say guidance counselor because it's easier for me to say. People might understand what I mean more. I wanted to choose drama so badly. Now, in my school, I don't know about any other place in the world, but we had these things called Nat 4s and Nat 5s. Now, Nat 4 means, how do I explain it? So Nat 4 is basically like so a national, you can get a qualification from if you get Nat 5. Now you're aiming for Nat 5 in all subjects, but if you get that Nat 4, it's okay, because you can, if you complete Nat 4, you go on to Nat 5. But if you fail, then you can always take it the next year. So it's all right, but you just want to achieve for that. Now I got Nat 5 in acting for drama, and I got Nat 4 for the literacy part. I always say that word wrong. Now, I wanted to choose drama, and then my guidance counselor was like, why do you want to choose drama? And I was like, oh, so I can build up my confidence, and I was really good in acting, and I work good in a team most of the time, and I'm really good at just struggle at literacy a bit of times, because there's not, because I don't really, I can't really advance my wording of, like, the drama words, like movement and voice and rosters, words like that, stuff like that. And she's like, how about you choose personal development? Now, I blame this part mostly on her, but I blame it on myself sometimes, but I don't tell anyone this. But I have a problem with saying no to adults. So I said, oh, sure, I'll give it a think about it. And in June, everyone was changing their subjects, because they got to talk to their guidance counselor. But see, mine, she was off for about 10 million months with the flu, and I was sitting there, and when she got back, I'm like, hey, can I change my subject, please, to personal development to drama? She's like, oh, like I said, I don't know if you'd be suited for that. And she also said, it's a bit too late anyway. I'm like, girl, you were off for 10 months. It's not my fault. I don't show up at your door saying that. But you have the right to call my mother asking me how I am. When I'm at school. You have the right to ask about why I'm off and things like that. So it's okay, right? I can phone, but my mother can't phone you saying, oh, why are you off? You should be doing stuff. You're a math teacher. You should be doing stuff. Annoys me, grinds my gears. I hate that class. I feel like I'm the smartest in it, because all the people in it are dumb people, and they just like to mess about. I'm the only one that does stuff in the class. Probably the smartest one there, let's be real, because all the people don't look like they actually can get past a Nat 4 qualification. Oh man, this is going to be a serious running video. I think we're halfway now, so that's good. Right. So next, we have merits. Now, merits is a way to lie to children. Now, a merit is, so you get a bronze. A bronze merit is you watch a movie at Christmas. Now, it's mainly Elf, because it's apparently the best movie there is. Then, for silver, you get inflatables, which, I can hear my own ear ringing at this point. I've been shouting so much. Now that is where you get inflatables out, and you can jump on them and stuff like that. But the bad thing about it is that you only get about 3 turns in it because the lines are way too long, and they're all jam-packed of people. So there's no point in that. Gold, you go to a theme park. My mother didn't want me going because originally there was a crash, and then it's like the school's like, oh no, the crash happened just a week before they actually announced they were going, and it's like, oh, yeah, we're not going now. Everyone got refunds. We're going again, and my mother's like, I don't want you getting hurt. You won't go on anything anyway because you don't like roller coasters, which is true. I hate roller coasters. So I'm not going. I'm gonna stay off school on Tuesday, and I'll probably be streaming or making a video because why not? So stay tuned for Tuesday. If I have a decent idea for a video or something, then stay tuned, guys, because reasons. Another thing, and then yeah, at the end of the week you also get a standard weekly merit, and if you do really well, you get a special merit, which is like you get a thing sent to your home, which is like, oh, your child done really well, blah 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 blah. And it's like, oh, and then your mother's like, oh, I'm so proud of my child. Another thing I hate about school, it just sucks in general. You know, it's not good and it's trash. You know, shout out to Swaginator, whatever your name is on Twitter. I'm not gonna say your name because I can't pronounce names correctly. Shranbruden. I'm sorry if I butchered that. I'm not good with names. Another thing we have here is we have time. Now, where I live is called a catchment area. So, a catchment area, I'm just drawing this out, but you can't even see it. So, like, imagine just a place, and just draw a little, if you're drawing with me, draw like a little country island thing, and just name that Scotland. Just, like, do a Google pin map thing, and write Scotland. That's what I'm doing, because it makes me think. So then, draw a little red dot next to the top left of that, and section that off a bit. Just make it look like a blob. So just, then, right where you put that dot, write Neilston. Neilston. That's where I live. Now, there is 2 primary schools. There's one called Neilston, and there's one called St. Thomas's. Depending on what school you go to, so that depends on which high school you go to, and depending on, so if you go to St. Thomas's, then when you go to high school, you go to St. Luke's. You go to Neilston, you go to Eastwood. Now, Eastwood, I'm in the catchment area for Eastwood, so that means I have to go to the train station. So if you draw a little train station next to where you draw those primary schools, so then if you call it TS for train station, draw a wee train and go choo choo. Because I'm a great artist, guys. Like, Da Vinci's got nothing on me. I take a train to school. Now, the train times are 7:55. Keep in mind this is AM in case some people didn't know. Then there's 8:07 or 8. I think it's 8:07 now. It used to be 8:05. Then there is an 8:20 train. The 8:20 train is usually delayed, so you can't really go for that. 7:55 I go for because my friends are on that. 8:07 some of my friends, if they miss it, not a lot of them. So I tend to go for the 7:55 train over any of the other ones. There are other ones like 7:41 a.m., which and then there's a 7:21 a.m., which you don't really want because the train ride takes 6 minutes and you're in there at like 7:30 at school basically, and it's like, oh, then you have to walk to school, and there's either a long way, which is it's alright, and there's a short way, which is okay. Short way's alright, but I like the long way because it's a lot better. But just the time, so Monday, Tuesday, Thursday is from 8:45 to 3:35, and on Wednesdays and Fridays it is 8:45 to 2:45. The bad thing I hate about Wednesdays and Fridays is that the train comes at 2:48. Now the train usually comes at 3:58 to get on like Monday, Tuesdays, probably, yeah, every single day basically. But when just because the time you get out of school, what the stitch is. Look, I'm being Kim Possible, guys. Don't even come at me. I'll get Kim Possible on you. So what happens is the train when you get out of school, it's 2:45. Now if you're on the 3rd floor, then good luck to you. 2nd floor, you have an alright chance. 1st floor, you can make it to the train. Ground floor, yeah, you can make it to. So anything above, I'd say the 2nd floor. I'd say ground floor you definitely can make the train. 1st you can. 2nd maybe. 3rd no, probably not if you're super fast. So from 2:45, you can do the math because I can't be bothered. 6, 7, 8. You have 13 minutes to go down like 6 flights of stairs. No, yeah, you do. So you go 6 flights, and if you're on the 3rd floor here, we're on 6 flights of stairs to get down. No. 1, 2. I'd take you down a set. No, 4 flights of stairs to take you down to the 1st floor. That's gonna take you a bit because the 3rd floor is usually cramped. Everyone's always on the 3rd floor, no matter what. There's always a bunch of people up there, no matter what. Then you have to walk at the building, depending on which way you go, the long way or the short way. The doors or depending on what stairs you take, you have to really, really think about this. Then I usually go for. Then you've got about 8 stairs to climb, and then you've got about like 9 minutes, and you have to run to the train because it's a bit of a walk, and you usually miss it. So that's the thing. Then you have to wait about an hour for the next train. You just stand there. There's nothing really you can do because it's not like you brought lunch or anything to do. Your phone, I mean, that's all right, but there's only so much you can do with your phone before you like get bored after. Because I mean, like if you don't have any data, not much you can do. Once you run bored of your mobile games or whatever you have, listening to music or something, then it's not an hour, then rip fam. But that's all I'm saying. I hate school times. Hate them, hate them, hate them. The next thing we have is technology. I think this is a problem in all schools. So Windows 7 is usually classics of what people have. I have friends in private schools who are like, they're like, hey, what are you doing they're like doing homework, and I'm like, oh, cool. And he's like, I'm doing it on my iPad. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. So where'd you get it from? I said, oh, I got it from my school. And I'm like, wait, what? You only get iPads and like stuff in the music department in our school. And it's like, well, your school's poor. And I'm like, okay, I see how it is. And it's like, we get those for homework like every day. And I'm like, whoa, I want to go to a private school. But the private school in my area, you know, it costs £600,000 to send a child for 1 year of school at age 6. And it doubles, so it's like 120,000 to take a school child up to their 2nd year of primary. So it's like nursery education, you go to a random one. Then it's primary education, primary 1. So after nursery, you go straight to primary school, which is sort of like grades, I guess. So it's basically, so for a 7-year-old child, 6 and 7-year-old child to go to school, it takes, £120,000 just for 1 year of education. If you're 7 years old, a child my age for 2nd year is about, what, is it 200,000? That's a bit much. The government pays for me to go to school, which is free if my parents pay taxes. And it's a bit of a mind boggle when you think about it. It's like, oh, right, okay, you could go to a private school which costs like 200,000. And when you think about it, that's probably what the government pay for you to go to school. And it's like, so it's technically you're going to private school, but they have less features. I always wanted to go to private school, you know, just for a day or two, and then I was like, nah, I probably won't fit in anyway. Technology is Windows 7. You can't move up to Windows 8 or 9, don't butcher me. I know one of them didn't come, I'm pretty sure it was Windows 9. Can't move up to Windows 10, too many bugs. Windows 7 features as many bugs as Windows 10 sometimes, I find them all the time. Apparently, I have barely any storage. My storage is free, and it's like, maybe I've got too many applications downloaded. I'm like, you can't download anything in that school. You can only get files. That's nobody understands, and it's annoying. It's like, oh, can't get any FML, please. So you can't move up to Windows 8 because they have too many bugs too, and they'll log you out and they'll hack you, and you need to change passwords and stuff like that. They just tell you lies, honestly. So just so they don't have to waste money to buy a new. Yeah, so they have to waste money. So they don't have to waste like money to buy new computers. So they'll always stick with that. They've probably had them since like the early 90s. My sister probably had them when she went to that school. But anyway, my throat is hurting. I have a lot more points that I want to talk about, but I can't because my throat is hurting, and I already ranted for about a long time. It's probably already been a long time too. I had to take this kind of slow because my throat is very sore. Now I'm gonna get a glass of water. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, please leave a subscribe, and please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. And the next ranting video, if you want one, please leave suggestions down below. Or if not, there'll be a one coming up on winter, which will probably be soon-ish. Winter, November-ish time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.